Property fraud is one of the fastest growing scams in the nation, and Florida is in the crosshairs.
A local man is charged with trying to steal houses after the homeowners have died. West 2 News investigative reporter Greg Fox tracked him down.
Every clerk of court in Florida has an alert system to let you know when suspicious activity is happening with your property. Here in Seminole County, already 20,000 of those alerts have been sent out. We'll have more on that in a moment, but first, more on a man that police say has been trying to steal homes.
Mr. Bellamy, Greg Fox from West 2 Investigates.
We caught up with Samuel Bellamy at the Seminole County Courthouse minutes after a judge appeared annoyed that Bellamy showed up for his arraignment without an attorney. He promised to have one by the next hearing, but he didn't want to talk with us about the 8 felony counts of fraud, forgery, and grand theft he's facing. Police allege he filed forged papers to try and steal homes from people who died and had no local next of kin.
Can you tell us if you were filing forged paperwork to try and take control of people's homes? Police say that you filed forged paperwork. Do you want to tell us what your side of the story is?
It's a story not just about Bellamy, but also about whole neighborhoods shocked by his actions.
You guys come out too! Come out! Hey, hands up, in the garage!
West 2 Investigates obtained body camera video from the Altamont Springs Police Department responding to gunfire at this house on Spring Oaks Boulevard last March.
Do not move! Do not move!
When officers got to Samuel Bellamy,
Keep your hands out front, okay?
they thought he was the homeowner or a renter. He claimed to be terrorized by people in his attic. They found a gun, ammunition, and a dozen bullet holes inside. After Bellamy was Baker acted, police discovered he doesn't own this house, or this one on Hermit's Trail, or this one on Greenbrier Boulevard, where neighbors marked it with accusations that Bellamy is a scammer. He was arrested in November and charged with filing forged paperwork to steal the homes.
I think it's horrendous. It just blows my mind that he can live here and I can't do a damn thing yet because technically it was switched over into his name.
Ron Post was in tears as he showed us the Spring Oaks Boulevard home where his mother lived until her death in 2024. Gaping holes in the ceiling of the garage, a bathroom that looks like a bomb went off, and a back porch littered with dog feces.
One thing that devastated Ron as he walked inside the house and saw the walls, nothing on them, no pictures of his mother, no pictures of his grandmother. And from what he learned, it was all just thrown out.
She should go to jail for a while for all he's done. He's hurt a lot of families.
To make sure that the signatures were legitimate.
Grant Malloy is the Seminole County Clerk Comptroller. Under current law, his office can only record property documents. But once notified of Bellamy's arrest, Malloy's office quickly inspected and exposed fraudulent paperwork. For example, the quitclaim deed with Post's grandmother's name, Gertrude Hillman, was dated September 2013, but it wasn't recorded until July 2024, 10 years after she died. And Malloy says the middle initial M in Hillman's signature and that of Marion Schaefer, the late owner of the Greenbrier Boulevard home, appeared forged, as police allege. Malloy says you can stop people from trying to steal your home by signing up for free emailed alerts that let you know when someone files documents on your property.
So it's really up to people at this point to be your own best advocates of protecting yourself, just like with anything, any scam you're getting hit on.
Lawmakers this session could pass a bill that would require a photo ID when you file paperwork at the clerk's office. Even if that doesn't pass, best advice, sign up for those alerts. Covering Seminole County, in Castleberry, Greg Fox, West 2 News.